Jon Bonder.
And I am Blair Schwartz.
And we are doing a special edition of Special Report. And our topic today is the ever not so popular, the Berlin Wall.
It just started getting a little popular nowadays because the wall was taken down. You see, West Berlin is a free city and a nice one too. And East Berlin is a communist city and an ugly city.
The Berlin Wall is a long wall separating East Berlin and West Berlin. Any person who tries to get from one city to another is usually shot by guards. The only way a tourist can get from one city to another without getting shot is usually at Checkpoint Charlie.
Less than 2 months after the former leader Erich Honecker declared that the Berlin Wall would stand for 100 years, tens of thousands of East Germans streamed over the border yesterday as police smashed chunks out of the wall.
For 28 years, it had stood as the symbol of the division of Europe and the world, of communist suppression and a xenophobia of a regime that had to lock its people in less than be tempted to another freer life. The Berlin Wall, that hideous 28-mile-long scar through the hearts of once proud European capital, not to mention the soul of a people.
What happened in Berlin a while ago was a combination of the fall of the Bastille and a New Year's Eve blowout of the revolution and celebration. At the stroke of midnight on November 9th, a date that not only Germans would remember, thousands who have gathered on both sides of the wall let out a roar and started going through it. As well as in the years past, many East Germans have been shot while trying to escape, but times the wall almost disappeared beneath waves. They tooted trumpets and danced on the top.
They brought out hammers, chisels, and whacked away at the hated symbol of imprisonment, knocking loose chunks of concrete and waving them triumphantly before television cameras.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It was like an operation in the heart of Berlin, and the heart was divided.
I called my mother in East Berlin.
Then I called my sister in East Germany.
It's wonderful around this time, especially around Christmas time. I mean, they can come and go.
I have seen with my eyes. The wall is open, Mother. Come, you can see me.
What a wonderful world.
Now we're back. The wall was built in 1961 by Russian communists and has been standing for 38 years. The people of East Berlin have been trying to get over the wall for the past 38 years, but when they tried, they were shot. Over 1,000 people have been shot while trying to get over the wall. And we are very happy that no more people will be shot because the wall has been taken down.
Nor was the wall the only thing to come tumbling down. Many who served the regime that had built the barrier dropped from power last week. Both East Germany's cabinet and the Communist Party, Politburo, resigned en masse to be replaced by bodies in which reformers mingled with hardliners, and that supposedly was only the start.
Berlin was divided into American, British, and French and Soviet sectors after World War II ended in 1945. The American, French, and British sectors were called West Berlin. The Soviet sector was called East Berlin. I feel that the people in East Berlin should be allowed to go wherever they want and when they want. That's why I feel the wall should come down. Many Jews are unhappy about the wall coming down because they are afraid that the Germans will probably start World War III, and the people probably won't like that.
I feel that the people in East Germany are happy that the wall is going down because they can finally go somewhere else than East Germany. I think it is good because there are a lot of wonderful places to visit, such as Canada, USA, Russia, France, Africa, Australia, London, China, and Tokyo. Thank you very much for watching Special Report. We hope you'll have a nice day. Good night.
I'm Don Larry, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news of Paul Central. Jon Bonder is out on assignment tonight, so he won't be here with us at the desk. We are having a very busy day here at Paul Central because of the escape manor case. Sorry for any interruptions this might bring. Now we bring you Travel, hosted by Don McGowan.
Hello, I'm Don McGowan, and welcome to Travel. Today we'll explore the beautiful scenery of Newfoundland, the thousands of caves, and get a real look at the famous Pirates Cave. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to cut this show short. Here's Dan Lavey at the Pulse Desk.
Dan, you're on! Whoa! Sorry for that interruption. Welcome back to Paul Central.
I'm sorry, but we have to cut this show short for a special bulletin on the escaped Manrins. I just hope they catch them. I really hate people like that. They really tick me off. I just feel... Sorry. Robert Varro, Pulse News.
We have a live report on the Manor case. Here's John at the scene.
Thanks, Dan. We have a live report. The Mandarins have been caught. They've been stopped by SWAT team officers between St. John and Port aux Basques. Here with me right now is SWAT team Captain Blair Schwartz. Blair, how did you capture them?
Well, John, we used a V formation. The station wagon was in front of two police cars. When I gave the signal, the car split. Went to the left of the road, went to the right of the road, forming an angle which blocked the road, thereby forcing the occupants of the vehicle to stop it.
What emotions did the Mandarins produce once they knew they had been caught?
Well, John, it was sort of strange. Mr. Mandarin looked terrified, white like a cornered animal. He didn't produce a gun. He didn't do anything. He just stood there.
What about Mrs. Mandarin?
The minute she saw the children, she turned whitish yellow, like old buttermilk. Then, obviously not knowing what she was doing, gave a scream. It was a horrible scream. She said, "You fool, Randall, they're still alive."
Did you find any of the loot?
I had my men search it then and there. The car had false floorboards with a telltale layer of gold bars and a dozen flat parcels.
Sir, we have a jump for fourth name.
Thank you, Captain. The Mandarin's trial will be today. We hope to have live coverage. We'll keep you informed after this.
Walls can talk. Understanding. Love. Openness. The first step of a solution. Public schools are acting on it. There is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Sorry for the interruption, but we have a live report on the Manor case. Here's Jonathan, live at the scene.
Thanks, Dan. We're back at the Newfoundland trial. We'll introduce the members of this trial. Mr. Mandarin, Mrs. Mandarin, Dick Ackley, and the judge. We're sorry that we couldn't bring you coverage of the trial. The reason is that the Mandarins refused to have the trial videotaped. The Mandarins have just left the courthouse. We will try to get an interview. This is your brain. This is your brain when you drop out of school. Crummy.
Any questions?
We're back at Pulse at 6. We've currently learned that Mr. Mandarin was an ex-prison convict. He was apprehended May 15th, 1979 for fraud. In the back of his York mansion, we found a printing press where he manufactured fake checks and had cheated 20 people out of their money. What was your plot, Mr. Mandarin?
I plan to go to Newfoundland every 1.5 years to take home $1 million worth of gold. I plan to give the money to the bank. I had many debts to pay off. I live in York, but I ran away from London because Scotland Yard kept hounding me.
Mr. Mandarin, what did you plan to do with the fishermen?
When I shot at the boat, I had been drinking. I only meant to kidnap them. I tried to get to them so I could take them aboard. I really don't believe what I did.
What did your wife have to do with this?
Everything. My wife pressured me to shoot at the boat. She made me go get the gold. And you may not have realized, but when I was shooting at the car, tampering the car. She was aiming at me with her rifle. If I didn't do it, she would have shot.
What do you do for a living?
Nothing. I'm actually a high school dropout. In London, I was a construction worker. In New York, I was a surveyor, and I came to Newfoundland as another construction worker.
Thank you, Mr. Manman. Back to Dan in just a moment.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Any questions?
Wow, that was a hell of an interview. And now, whoa, I just been handed a special bulletin. We have a live interview with Matt, Tim, and Meg Patterson. Here's John with the Pattersons.
Hi, I'm Jon Bonder, and I'm on location with a live interview with Meg, Matt, and Tim. Matt, how did it feel to be left alone?
Well, it was very scary at first, but you get used to it after a while. When I fell in the mud, I couldn't get up.
Any suspicions who was in the boat?
I thought it was Mr. Manwin. I was a little suspicious of Dick Arkley.
Were you scared when the fishermen were missing and someone set fire to the cave area?
I thought I'd be next.
How did it feel to know that the fishermen were safe and the Manrins were under arrest?
It was great!
Thank you, Meg, Tim, and Matt.
That's the news, and I'm